Hi and welcome. It is January 8th, 2017. It's about 20 after 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do an earthquake warning and forecast that's going to extend from tonight, which is Sunday night again, to Thursday night next week. This earthquake warning is based on a large, deep earthquake that happened right here in Fiji. It was a 4.9, which makes it a large earthquake. Anything over a 4 is a large. Anything over 300 kilometers in depth is deep. So that's a large, deep earthquake. We're at 556 kilometers. That puts the origination of this earthquake just down underneath the crust in the asthenosphere. Those large, deep earthquakes come up to the surface and produce large, shallow earthquakes. A large, shallow earthquake is anything over a 4.0, but closer to the surface, 50 kilometers, 10 kilometers, or even sometimes right up at the surface. 100 kilometers is close enough to the surface to cause damage. But anything over a 4.0 can cause damage and death. And generally, when you have a large, deep earthquake, that produces a large, shallow earthquake of 1 to 2 magnitudes higher. So because this was a 4.9, we're looking for that to come up to the surface and produce a 5.9 to 6.9 earthquake anywhere in this region. Generally, the areas that have been silent, like right in here, in between the earthquakes, is the areas that we want to look for also to have similar sized earthquakes. When these earthquakes happen here in Fiji, if you've watched any of my other videos, that pressure is like a wall of water coming in and hitting a pole. It's going to go around and to both sides. So that pressure is going to come up to the surface. It's going to produce a 5.9 to 6.9. But the pressure is also going to transfer down here into New Zealand, to the south, and to the west. The Solomon Islands are here. Papua New Guinea is here. These are the Indonesian islands. You have the Philippines, Taiwan, and Japan. Up here you have Kamchatka, Russia, the Aleutian Island chain in Alaska. Well, that pressure will distribute itself out across these plate boundaries, and it'll even go up in here into China and Nepal, Burma, and India. It'll work its way over here into Afghanistan and Pakistan, Iran, and it'll wind its way up into Turkey and Greece, and ultimately over here to Italy. So over the next 4 days in this area right in here, we're looking for a 5.9 to 6.9 earthquake to occur as a result of this right here. Additionally, that pressure after a few days will also go to the east. And if you look, you can see there are fracture zones that run across the plate laterally. You can see them right here. That pressure will move across these fracture zones and it'll expend itself right here, and this just happens to be Peru. And so we're also going to look for similar size or larger earthquakes after a day or two, maybe 3, to work itself right out over here. And so that's our earthquake warning for January 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. We're looking for 5.9 to 6.9 in the West Pacific and similar size activity over here along the coast of South America over the next few days. I hope you will give this video a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, and I also hope you check out my other videos. Give this thing a thumbs up.